Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ashley. I'm a professional cosplay photographer, Twitch affiliate, and TikToker. And today is being brought to you by my co-host. That's Cricket, and that's Bear. So if you hear like rustling around and stuff, it's them, I'm sorry. So today I want to talk about a few tips that you should do before you have your first big cosplay shoot or even your next big cosplay shoot. And these are just going to be quick tips that I send out in my introduction guides, especially if you've booked with me for the first time. Now, if you've booked with me multiple times, you don't get this guide because you already know how I work and you already know. But if you're a first time person booking with me, then this is what I would send to you, but in written form, and you would just go over it. And if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But I've had cosplayers tell me that these tips really help them and they really, really appreciated it. So I'm going to give it to you in a video form. So the very first thing I always put in my guide is the week before your shoot, you should do two things. You should start drinking plenty of water, especially if you're not a water drinker, and you should stretch and stretch and stretch. We're going to talk about the water intake first. I am not a big water drinker. Like here in the last couple months, I've been drinking a lot of water, and especially in the last couple weeks because my sibling had a heart attack really young, and part of the reason why he had that heart attack was because he wasn't drinking water. So there's a little PSA. Like soda is just really hard on your heart, so drink water for that. But another reason why I suggest drinking water is water clears your complexion. Water makes you feel better. Water gives you more energy. I know you feel that really high off the caffeine at first, and I'm not one in a position to give health advice. I'm plus size, but I will tell you from a photographer standpoint and the ending quality photo standpoint, you're going to appreciate this. But water gives you that little bit of energy, where soda gives you a temporary energy. Water gives you long-lasting energy. Now, I know you don't feel like you feel it, but once you get that soda and caffeine out of your system, you start to feel a whole lot better. You start to feel energized more in ways that you didn't before. That short-term high isn't as worth it as the long-term benefits that you get from water. And it shows in your photos because sorry, I don't know where that cut off, but it looks better in your photos because you can see the energy. You can see the brightness of your face and your skin. It clears your complexion. Water clears your complexion like it just does. It gives you a natural glow. It makes you beautiful, naturally beautiful, without any enhancements. So, and it also helps with blemishes, acne, pimples, that sort of stuff. I always suggest drink plenty of water. Not from a health aspect, even though there's drink water for health, but from a photographer standpoint, drink it so your photos show how flawless you are. No amount of editing is going to give you that natural, healthy looking skin glow that water will. Doesn't matter how you edit. You can tell somebody who's been overly edited and somebody who is naturally just glowy and perfect. Drink water. Water will be your best friend. Stretching. Stretching is a big thing that I always suggest. I always stretch before every photo shoot just because where I'm getting on the ground, rolling around, laying on my back, getting on my knees and stuff. I want to be able to move with you. And being a plus size person, I need to stretch more. I need to be, so I can stay as active as you are, even if you're not plus size like me. Even if you are not plus size, stretching really, really, really comes through in your photos. It helps with your posing. It helps to elongate you. It helps you stay in positions longer that would normally kind of hurt. Stretching just makes you feel better. You will feel so much better if you stretch before your shoot, and it limits the risk of injury at your shoots. Pulling a muscle is random. Stretching and getting your muscles loose will prevent that. And the third topic we're going to talk about today is practice. Practice your facial expressions in a mirror and practice the posing you want. I always walk my cosplayers, seasoned cosplayers, new to cosplay, new clients of mine, old clients of mine. I walk you through your session. I may have to think about what I want to do with you if you haven't sent me sample ideas, but in the end, your results are always great. I have never had a single complaint ever on any of my photos. Not to say that I'm not welcome to complaints, because that's how you grow, but one thing that cosplayers always tell me is the suggestion you gave me before I met you at this shoot was to practice in a mirror, and that was the best advice you could have ever given me. If you don't know facial expressions, I would look up because this comes in my guide, but I have the cosplayer look up, I'm sorry. I have the cosplayer look up facial expressions, photo terms, and it will pull up commands that a photographer will give you during your photo shoot, such as give me a smirk, look sinister, can you give me doe eyes, can you give me siren eyes, can you get seductive, can you look innocent? Those sort of things you may think you're doing, but a lot of times when you're nervous, your face doesn't change for us. You may like give me doe eyes and you're just like, you look scared. But doe eyes, you're like, there's a difference. So I always suggest practicing this in the mirror, because you may feel like your face is moving, but a lot of times it's not, especially if you're new. My suggestion is Target has them for like $10. The door hanging mirrors, they will be your best friend. I have one before I film my TikToks, especially my acting videos, because I like to practice out what I'm going to do before I film it, because a lot of the times for my acting videos, I use the back camera, so I can't see myself unless I watch myself through the other side in a mirror, which that kind of defeats the purpose of using your back camera other than the quality. But I always practice in my long form mirror. I practice like hand movements and posing and different ways I want to move. Like I just did a Bridgerton one today, and I do edit it. And you can go check it out. It's on the YouTube shorts too. But I do edit Emmanuel. He's like a bigger TikToker. He doesn't know me and I don't know him, but I just do edit him because the duets were on and I liked how dramatic the sound was. And we just kind of like, I wanted to match his energy, so I practiced a couple times in the mirror. And I think the video turned out pretty good. I stood in my doorway, so my neighbor across the street saw it. But me practicing made me feel really good about that video. And cosplayers who have practiced in the mirror, practice the posing they want to do, practice the samples that they sent me in the mirror, they've practiced their facial expressions, their photo shoots have went off without a hitch. Like, they have been smooth and flawless, and their photos were great. And I just highly recommend getting a door mirror. Now, I'm not sponsored by Target or anything when I mentioned it, but that's where I got my door mirror. I'll show you that in a second. But, yeah, so that's just my biggest suggestion is practice, practice, practice. If you don't do anything else before your shoot, you don't stretch, you don't do the water, practice your facial expressions. You'll thank me later. So that's a long frame mirror that I got. Like I said, it was like 10, maybe $14 at Target. It came with the hooks that go over the door, so I didn't have to do anything to it. I just clipped them on and hung it on the door. It literally took me 30 seconds to assemble and put on the door. And I've had it for over a year now. It's one of my favorite purchases I've ever made for myself when it comes to being an entertainer on the internet or anything, because I just do this for fun. But I really like it because it's also really great because it's on the back of my door and I can just check myself and head out. So I really like it and I suggest it. I got that one at Target, but I know like Walmart and other places sell them too. And Walmart might be cheaper, but Target's just the closest thing in my city to me. Well, that's the end of this video. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video and go over the rest of my guide later, but I didn't want this video to be too long-winded. Again, my name is Ashley. I'm a professional cosplay photographer, Twitch affiliate, and TikToker. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, comment, tell me what you think. If you didn't like this video and give it a thumbs down, I guess thanks for the algorithm boost. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!